What's going on, guys? rdapdan here. So you're getting ready to go to federal prison. You've been sentenced. You're waiting for that day, and now you're starting to wonder, what can you bring with you? What are my first couple of days going to be like? Your mind's going crazy. Make sure you stay tuned for this video because we're going to go over all those details. All right, guys, so the time has come. You've gone through the process. You've been sentenced. Everything's finished. You've done everything you can possibly do to put yourself in the best possible outcome. You made sure you had great character reference letters. You had made sure you had a great personal narrative, all the information that you're going to present to the judge to try to reduce your sentence. If you haven't done that and you're still in the early phases, definitely make sure you give me a call, 509-434-4695. We can make sure we position you for the best possible outcome. But now, for some of you, you've already passed that point and you're getting ready to go in. You're starting to wonder, well, what can I bring with me? What do I need to know my first couple of days of prison? How am I going to be able to purchase commissary? How do I get money on my books? These are some pretty common questions that I've been getting asked from actually a lot of clients that are getting ready to head off. And a lot of the questions I've been getting have to do with simple things like, can I bring my glasses to prison with me? Or can I wear contacts to prison? You can't have contacts in prison. You can bring a pair of glasses. You don't want to bring expensive glasses. One, anything over $100 value, they're not going to let you have anyway. And two, even if you can sneak in an expensive pair of glasses, chances are they're probably either going to get broken, they're going to get stolen. It's just going to create potential problems for you. So I highly recommend getting yourself a cheap pair of frames, getting your prescriptions ready, and those are the glasses you bring in with you. Also, you may want to go ahead and take the initiative now to have a couple of backup pairs of glasses, just because you never know. You're going to be out on the rec yard, something might happen, you might lose them, break them, they might get stolen, things like that. You're going to want to have a backup pair. If you need to go to medical while you're in prison and you need to get your eyes examined to get new glasses because you lost your glasses and you don't have your prescriptions, that process takes forever. And the glasses they give you are the most unattractive glasses you've ever seen in your entire life. They're thick, black rimmed glasses. You're probably not going to want them. They're not going to be very sturdy for any type of activities. So I recommend making sure you prepare for that now so you have all of that. Other things that you're going to want to bring with you is you're going to want to bring a list of names and phone numbers, special information that you're going to need to know when you get in there. Your friends and your family, their phone numbers, their email addresses, their addresses. When you go to add people's information into the prison core link system, that's the communication system you use to email your family. You need to have the name, the phone number, and the address. So you want to make sure you bring that information into prison with you. Now, the off chance you get a CO or a correctional officer the day you're doing your intake, the day you get to federal prison, let's say he tells you you can't have it just because he's in a bad mood and wants to take it out on you. It's possible. Make sure somebody has access to this. So you create an email and you've typed all this information out. You printed yourself a copy to bring in, and make sure somebody else has access to this as well. Because if they take it from you there, somebody's going to need to mail it into you or at least give you this information over the phone once you've made contact with somebody. So make sure you have that taken care of. You can't really bring anything else in there with you unless it's been medically approved and the prison also approves it. Just because your doctor tells you, hey, you need this specific machine and you need this, that doesn't mean you're going to be able to just pack it up and bring it into prison with you. Chances are you're not going to be able to use that specific item. You'll have to get something issued to you once you get to prison. You'll have to go to the medical and they'll issue whatever it is. Maybe you need a sleep machine, a sleep apnea, a cane, a walker. Usually you can't bring your own stuff in there. It has to be approved by the BOP, and then you'll get something issued to you in the BOP. You can't bring any of your own clothes. You can't bring any books. You can't bring a Bible with you. All of this stuff has to be purchased from the outside and sent in. So if you're going to want books, make sure anybody sending you books, if it's going to be a hardcover book, it's got to come through like a publisher or Amazon. It cannot come directly from a person. If a friend or family member tries to send you a hardcover book, chances are, unless it slips through the system, it's going to be returned because people cut the covers of them open, and in the hardcover part, they can, hide different things, paraphernalia, drugs, things like that. So just for everybody's protection, they're not going to let you bring that in there or have that mailed in there. Softcover books, a lot of the times they will allow you to have them send in from a friend or a family member, but it's probably just easier for your friend or family just to jump onto Amazon and purchase whatever you want and have it shipped directly. Bibles, same thing. You can't have any money or any stamps or anything like that mailed into you. All of your money in prison is going to be on what's called your inmate books through your inmate account, which your friends and family can easily access through like MoneyGram or Western Union. And if they want to know how to send that to you, or maybe you want to know how to get your own money, it's real easy. If you just go to the BOP.gov website of the Bureau of Federal Prisons, you can look up any prison on that website and it will tell you right there. You click on the link, send inmate money. It tells you how to send mail. It's got the address, tells you what to do. It's a very simple process. So make sure you get all that stuff taken care of now. For a lot of you that will be self-surrendering, you're going to know what your prison registration number is, your federal prison registration number, prior to leaving. As soon as you know what that number is, you can actually send yourself money now. And then when you get there, that money will already be on your books and you're ready to go. So you can get your basic needs, your shampoo and your toothpaste, all of your necessities, some sneakers, t-shirts, MP3 player, just things that you realize you're going to need. I suggest making a list of things that you're going to want from friends and family member on the outside so you don't forget. Books you may want, just all of your research. You're not going to be able to do that once you're in prison. You're not going to have access to the internet. You're not going to have access to Google or anything like that. So make sure you do all of the research of stuff you can think about now that you may want in prison, like your books. Really, that's one of the only things they can send. Books, subscriptions, magazine subscriptions. You can get newspapers delivered to prison. It just all has to be set up from the outside. Other than that, there's really not much you can bring in. Your first couple of days in prison are obviously going to be, intensified, just that overwhelming anxiety. It quickly soothes, though. You're going to find real quick that most people are going to be real helpful. They're going to come up to you. They're going to want to see if you need anything. Do you need a couple shots of coffee? When people say don't take anything from people in prison, what they're referring to is, don't get yourself into debt. If the guy comes up to you and says, hey, I'll give you this, but it's going to cost you this, walk away from that guy. There's going to be plenty of really cool people that come up to you and they'll give you a couple shots of coffee or, throw you a pair of brand new socks, something like that. They're not looking for anything in return. They just know what it's like to be there your first day. It's not rocket science, guys. Just knowing what's going on around you is probably half the battle. Picking a good group of people that you're going to spend your time with that are like-minded are things that are really going to help you get through your time. You want to spend time with people that are on the same type of time as you. They want to do their time. They want to do it as fast as possible. They want to get in. They want to get out. But at the same time, they're doing things that are all positive natured. Rdap and preparing for early release, preparing for additional time in the halfway house. Those are all things that you probably should have taken care of prior to the point of getting ready to go in. If those are things that are on your mind and those are concerning you, you want to know how much additional time you can get off for RDAP. You want to know how much additional time you can get off for the federal halfway house. If these are things that you're really concerned about and really worried about, then you probably should, again, pick up your phone and shoot me a call, 509-434-4695, and we can discuss options that you may have on there. The earlier you start that process, ideally prior to your PSR taking place, but a lot of what happens early on prior to doing your PSR interview, that PSR interview is really going to kind of like dictate a lot of things that open up for you. So it's really important that you are completely prepared for that PSR. If you're not 100% prepared for that PSR, or you have questions or uncertain and your attorney's not giving you the answers that you're looking for, pick up your phone and call, because I'm telling you, I've seen it happen way too much to where people just don't get things that they could have had, especially when it comes time to time reduction, because they didn't know the right questions to ask, or they didn't know how certain things worked until it was too late. And that's the way the world works. Hindsight is 2020. So give me a call, 509-434-4695. I'll be more than happy to talk to you guys about any questions you have. You can also email me, rdapdan@gmail.com, and like me on Facebook. Guys, I hope you get in, get out, do your time, do what you got to do, and more importantly, when you get out, stay out, and this will be an experience you will never forget. I can promise you that. I'm rdapdan. You guys have a great day.